Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dill here from Timeless, and welcome to another video. So as you guys may or may not have heard, it is July 4th, so a lot of you guys do know huge drops usually happen around this date, and specific colorways such as red, white, and blue usually are released from a bunch of different brands, including Adidas and Nike. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Big Baller brand. A lot of you guys are probably going to click off just because you're not interested, but in today's video, I'm going to generally just be talking about, just objectively talking about the actual sneaker itself. So overall, a lot of you guys may or may not like this sneaker, but personally I think it's a very clean sneaker, and this is why I think that. At the $495 price point, of course it's extremely expensive, not worth the money no matter what. It's not that high quality sneaker, especially because certain collaborations weren't done, but they still have the aesthetics of that brand. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. So as I said, I am going to be talking objectively about these sneakers, so it is not about the actual shoes itself, my personal opinions, but more objectively talking about the materials, what they use in the sneaker, and what I overall kind of believe is why it's overpriced. So in today's video, as you guys can see, I am going to be showing you the Z02s from Big Baller brand. As you guys do know, it's Lonzo Ball's 495 sneaker that is going to be releasing on November 24th, and I'm going to be talking about the red, white, and blue version of these sneakers. So as the look of it, you guys do know the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the boost material that they used in this. The number one issue that I have with the sneakers overall is that they wanted a brand deal with Nike or Adidas, so they started overall having the design with the boost in it, kind of thinking that they were going to have the boost originally because they were going to be working with Adidas, but that fell through. That's not actually what ended up happening, but they kept the aesthetics anyway. A lot of you guys do know fake boost across the market is, of course, the worst thing in the world. It does not have the same performance. A lot of people are putting it on their sneakers, such as New Balance or some companies like that are putting it on their sneakers just to make it look like it has boost, or for the aesthetics, and to kind of trick people into believing that it has the same performance behind it, but it does not. So I think it's not really a boost at all. It's not going to have any of the performance that boost has, but they just threw it on the sneakers for the aesthetics. As you guys can see, it might just be EVA, it might be a different kind of cushioning system from them. Personally, don't really know overall what it is, but it is not boost, and I think that is the biggest issue that they made with these sneakers, because it's kind of deceptive into making the sneaker $495 and deceiving the people into thinking that it might potentially have the same performance as boost when it obviously does not. Boost has been researched for years. Adidas has worked really hard on that technology and innovating to getting to the point that they're at with boost, and definitely innovating it into sneakers and making it perfect on certain sneakers such as the Ultra Boost and certain shoes like that for performance, to make sure they work properly and the properties of the boost performs perfectly with the sneaker. So to put this on there, it's more of the aesthetics, and I don't think that should bump up the price at all, especially at $495. And again, I'm talking about objectively, I'm not talking about Lonzo Ball as a player. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is the overall outsole of the sneaker. You guys do know the traction does not look bad at all, but it does look pretty well for a sneaker. A lot of people were saying the silhouette is very similar to Kobe 9 and 10s, I think, but overall it looks pretty nice. It looks like the traction system might work. The pattern does not look that bad, and I do play basketball myself, so I feel like the traction pattern isn't going to be anything different from a normal basketball sneaker. Now moving on to the next thing is the upper. If you guys ever saw the Harden Volume 1, you would know that the aesthetics are pretty similar to that sneaker, especially in these colorways. With the red especially, you guys can see that the overall colorway shape of the sneaker itself is pretty similar to the Harden Volume 1, but there is a lot of key differences that I will point out. So the sneaker, the one thing that I find that they did really efficiently of the sneaker is limiting the branding on the sneaker. It does say Big Baller brand on the actual tongue, the upper of the sneaker, and the heel cuff, but it's very minimal. It's very small, and I think that was a very good idea for them to do, because it kept it very minimal but also made sure that it was there. Now looking at the upper and the comfort of the sneaker, you guys can see near the ankle, it's very cushioned, super thick, and I think it's going to actually be really good for performance, especially to hold your foot into place, because it has so much cushion in that area. It is not innovating whatsoever when it comes to tongues. It's actually going kind of back and outdated. They want to throw boost in here. I think they should have been a little more innovative when the sneaker, but they did say they created it a very long time ago, especially with the overall design. But again, they're using innovations such as boost, which are pretty recent, so they kind of should have updated the design and made it a little more to present day. So the tongue overall is kind of outdated. It's not a burrito tongue. It's not a one-nut upper. It's nothing like that. It's just a normal tongue, which I think takes the biggest L with the sneaker because it's not innovative at all. And personally, I find tongues to be extremely uncomfortable now that I'm wearing things like Yeezys, NMDs, and other sneakers like that. So those are my objective thoughts on these sneakers. If you guys agree or disagree with me, remember to leave it in the comments below. Of course, the $495 is a little too expensive, but it is not a disgusting shoe whatsoever. It's overall a really nice silhouette that I think a lot of people are going to be interested in and buying it no matter what, even at the price point that it's at. If you guys did enjoy this video, remember to leave a like on it and also subscribe to my channel for videos every single day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.